Just a quick reminder to subscribe if you enjoy my videos.
So I just want to zoom in a little bit. Go. Can you show us where it says Asian teen corn here? Does it say that anywhere?
Right here. It's cut off. It says teen Asian and it's cut off.
But this is X videos. But it's an X video. So X video, assuming then that's X, that's not a something we can. That's not PG.
Yeah, this is the corn side. There was also another live. I'm waiting for someone to send me that screenshot, but Tophia accidentally showed her activity. Like, you know, if you go down your home screen and you like swipe down. So on her home screen, it shows all her recent activities, like her, like she was on Among Us for like 15
file.
Yes, you did. You actually did.
It's very obvious to me, Tophia. I see the teen corn there. You were looking at Asian teen corn. So for whatever reason you were doing that. Now you're sitting here. You did spend money. Going back and forth, going to Comic-Con. You wasted money going to Comic-Con when you could have put the money towards your moving costs. I don't think anyone should give you money to move. I don't think anybody should do that. And if you do give her money to move, that's on you. That's what I think. I think you're scamming people. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. Tophia, don't do that. I need you, listen, Tophia, I need you to understand what we're trying to do here. Tophia, come down on you harsh. I'm not trying to come down on you harsh. Unmute your mic so we can talk about this. I want you to understand why this is happening and where this is coming from. What we don't want to happen is people to be sending you money. You have the ability, Tophia. Listen, I'm gonna drop you, Space Kid. I'm gonna drop you here. Tophia, unmute your mic. Unmute your mic.
Teen corn, but don't have proof because they pass around a fake photo. And at that time,
she has an insane amount of trolls.
Not only that, this person literally went on my dad's live stream when he was having a manic episode.
Bill, can I talk
if I had sex toys. That's disgusting.
I mean, she's just explaining her side of the story. That's it.
Winded. She's crying, boo-hoo, crying on the live.
Okay.
Oh my God. Get the tissues out, people.
I mean, that's what we do.
Making fun of people is not okay. Can I talk here for a second?
And I don't like nonsense.
Fully
it's gross.
Transparent. I want to be fully transparent, and I want to say something. Has anyone been on a corn website?
There is a TikToker on here whose name I'm not going to say just in case, who is known for going live, and she's been living out of a motel that I just so happened to work at, and we had to kick them out today and DNR them because they couldn't pay their bill, and I quote, because TikTok didn't pay me.
Have you heard of the popular TikToker who's being exposed by a motel employee for living disgustingly? If not, I'm here to catch you up, and I have pictures of the motel room for you. This is all alleged, just a disclaimer. Recently, a video of a motel employee has been blowing up because she claims that a popular TikToker was staying at the hotel she works at. And although she didn't explicitly say who the TikToker was, there were some clues. The location on the video was New Mexico. She claims the TikToker goes live all the time, among other things, and people assumed that it was TophiaChu. Let me show you a picture of Tophia's account. So here's a screenshot of Tophia's account. She has 365,000 followers, lives in New Mexico. She probably looks familiar to you. And if you don't know who Tophia is, basically she's a TikToker who's gone famous or viral a few times just because she posts like cringy POV videos, or she's been in some controversies where people have spotted inappropriate things on her phone during live streams. She'll beg for money on lives, etc. You get the point. And I'm going to put a clip of what the motel employee was saying right here so you can see.
There is a TikToker on here whose name I'm not going to say just in case, who is known for going live, and she's been living out of a motel that I just so happened to work at. And we had to kick them out today and DNR them because they couldn't pay their bill, and I quote, because TikTok didn't pay me. They were disgusting, and I can confirm her room was disgusting.
Now this video blows up. It has like over 500,000 likes. And she just updated it with pictures of what the motel looked like. And there's a lot of them. So I'm going to go through them really quick. You can pause and zoom in if you want to, but here they are. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think the motel employee is wrong for airing out her business? Or do you think it's valid and that we deserve to know? Let me know in the comments.
So I want to address this because it needs to be addressed. Yes, the lady that posted the video is a housekeeper. She's not telling you 100% of the full story. She doesn't know 100%. So I'm going to explain to you, and I would advise you, if you're the housekeeper, that you take that video down because it's not going to look good for you. I've already got the video. I'm going to send it to your corporate. And I'm also filing a report with the police because that put my family in danger. You're a maid. You're not a worker, and you have no right sharing people's business, but I'm going to come on here and explain what happened because I feel like it's very important for me to explain what's going on. So, as you know, like I said, my brother's the one that takes up the rent. There was some issues on his part, which is why, if I had got paid from TikTok, I could have took up the rent until he fixed his issues with paying the rent. But she's a maid. Her friend, who's also a maid, was acting like she owned the place. She's rude, she hates her job, she doesn't like it, and if you don't like, because you're supposed to be hospitable. Okay, so my brother said someone was going to come by, right, and wait on them, and then he said that kind of, because he was at work, it was 3, there was nothing he could do until 3. So then I was like, okay, fine. They said we have till 3 to pay, whatever. And then they come back, right? It's like 5 something, I think. I can't remember. They came back 3 times. The one lady that is really nice and worked with us last time, right? Because of the issues going on. I'm not going to mention issues. It was not because I didn't get paid from TikTok. That is not what it was. I'm just going to state that. My brother's the one that pays the rent, and I'm not going to say why. It's none of anyone's business. But the main reason why the rent didn't get paid is because I could have had the money from TikTok to cover whatever my brother could pay until he was able to pay. That was the main issue. They got to the door, they said we had till 3. Okay, fine. 3 rolls around, and I'm like, we just got to get our stuff packed. We just got to get going because we don't have it. I said we couldn't, because it was right before 3. I don't know, it wasn't like the last minute before 3. I said we couldn't figure something out because, I said, whatever. Sorry. I'm just trying to talk the best that I can. I'm just distraught and upset and very worried because that puts my family in danger. So then he was like, oh crap, okay, well, he had just gone off and he said, I'm coming, whatever. Then the lady comes and says, okay, you have till 5:30. They came back, they were like, you have till 5:30. And I was like, okay, whatever. I get a loud knock on my door. So the lady that works with us, and she's like, they said that you had to pack. And I said, they told us till 5:30. We're waiting because my brother just got off work. He's going to come, and then he's going to get the money and pay you guys. And she was like, I'll give you till 6. That's what she whispered. This lady is really nice. Mind you, she was the nicest lady in this whole situation. And that may seem nice, right? But you shouldn't be posting people's business on the internet. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't. So anyways, my brother had an issue with his check. And then he went to go get the money. He came back, he got a ride, and he went to go get the money. So then we're sitting here, we're waiting, and this lady comes banging on the door, the rude lady, and she's like, you're going to have to pack. You're going to have to get out. And I said, well, the other lady gave us till 6. And she was like, oh, let me go talk to so-and-so. And so she left. Mind you, she's a maid. So why is she handling people when she's a maid? She doesn't handle people's rooms, which is really weird. And she hates her job. Like, she's literally just a maid. And I don't get why you as a maid are telling people to pay. That's why your rooms don't get clean because you're short-staffed. Mind you, that place is short-staffed, and they only have practically 2 maids cleaning the whole entire building. And instead of doing her job, being a maid, cleaning people's rooms, making sure those rooms are clean, she's too busy running around acting like she's a boss. So then we're getting our stuff packed up, and we're taking the important stuff we can with us. She was like, I'm going to have to lock you out at 5:30. She did the door thing. She put the thing out so the door wouldn't close, and she's like, I'm going to leave it like this, and you guys close it when you're done. So we're moving our stuff as fast as we can, getting the important stuff, and then, we were trying to figure out some stuff, right? So anyways, we get our stuff, we get the important stuff out, and we had to leave some stuff, and then I said, I hope they don't throw our stuff away, because I knew that lady was a bitch. We go to the office to pay, and the nice lady's working, and I was like, thank God, maybe we'll get our room back. She's like, no, we had to put you on do not rent. They put you on a do not rent list because corporate said we're having issues with you paying rent, which was only twice. She let us get our stuff, and she said, I'll let you guys get your stuff, and basically that's what we did. We got our stuff. I'm just so frustrated because it puts my family in that position. She, the other maid, as another maid, should have not posted that video. There was no reason for her to tell my business and lie and try to make it seem as if, oh, they didn't pay the rent because she didn't get paid from TikTok. She doesn't know anything of what we told this other lady that works in the office. I'm so freaking sick and tired of having to deal with people like that. And I just felt the need to come on and explain myself because I'm so frustrated. It pisses me off. So, yeah, there's a lot more. Whenever I'm able to go live and explain everything, I will explain everything. But, yeah, that's not good. I need to address this because this needs to be said. I'm running errands, and I don't need anyone to be thinking I'm sleeping out of my car. First of all, the maid had no rights to share any of my personal and private business, and it would be in her best interest not to respond to comments in her page because she's going to incriminate herself and lose her job. I got several videos I am sending over to corporate, and I'm going to make a call to let them know that she is putting my business out there. She's a maid, so she should not be telling anybody anything. Second of all, I did not talk about the maid, and if she sees this video, I didn't talk about you. I don't know you personally. You don't know me personally. Just because I'm a public figure doesn't give you the right to go and tell everyone my business because you don't know what I was going through or what I was struggling with online. You put my family in danger. That's all I'm going to say, because I'm not incriminating myself to get in trouble, and I'm sending this video to your job and your corporate. And I'm also, if it doesn't work, I'm reporting you to the police. I'm going to make a police report and let them know that and see what I can do about having those videos taken down, because you don't know anything about me. I am not the only sole winner, or not breadwinner, but the sole person that helps pay bills. And I'm not going to tell people my brother's business because no one needs to know where he works, if he works, or anything, because for protection and safety purposes. That's why I didn't tell people why I was leaving. And for you to come online and act like as if I was creating a sob story, I was keeping myself quiet for a reason, because I didn't want people to follow me and find out where I live, which now you have put my family in danger. Thank you very much. I did not say anything about a maid with weird piercings. I have my live streams fully recorded. You are not going to sit here and lie and say I talk about people that I live at. Why would I talk about the maids when I don't know them personally? She was nice. She came to our door and gave us our bedding. I didn't say anything rude about you. So don't listen to these trolls. And I would suggest the best advice, since maybe you don't want to take advice from me, is to take down those videos and stop responding to people before you lose your job. Because that is a second video that I have to send to your corporate office to get you fired because you wanted to come online and spew my business. I hate when people love to do things for views and kick people while they're down. You don't know my situation. You don't know why I couldn't pay my bills. And it wasn't just because of TikTok. If I would have had the money, I could have helped my brother pick up where he couldn't pick up. I don't have to tell people what's going on in my personal life. And you just plastered it everywhere because you wanted some sort of 15 seconds of fame. Well, you're going to get your 15 seconds of fame. Was it worth it to lose your job? And I don't care if anyone comments in my comment section and defends that lady. Let me tell you something. If you're defending someone, spewing my business out there, people are literally calling her out. People have said that I can get a lawyer. And I've actually had people reach out to help me get a lawyer. So I would suggest, in your best advice, if you see this video, take those videos down. And even if you do, I still have the videos. So it's already too late for you. You should have never put my family in danger because you don't know the situation. You was not there when my brother had to talk to the lady about paying rent. You don't know our personal business. You and your little friend needs to stop being rude to people that live there. And you need to tell your friend to be a little nicer and stop acting like she's the manager when she's not. She's a maid. And what do maids do? Clean rooms. So I suggest you should be cleaning rooms instead of being short-staffed and leaving nasty rooms for people to live in with roaches, okay? Because our room had doors chewed in it, which I couldn't even take a picture. I didn't even take a picture because I was like, you know what? I'll just suffer through this. The back of our door was chewed by someone else whose dogs was there. Their lights were falling off. They had overhead lights over our beds. They were literally broken. On top of that, our electricity plug blew up. Our refrigerator was not fixed for a whole month. We did not have our refrigerator fixed. And when we told them it was broken, they didn't fix it. My mom had to defrost the refrigerator and it thankfully ran again. We had to shove all of our stuff in the freezer because we didn't have a refrigerator. Everything was going bad. On top of that, everything was damaged. Their countertop, the part where the countertops are, was coming apart because whoever was there damaged the room. And mind you, the lady that worked there before can vouch because she was disgusted when she saw what room we got. She was looking around the room in disgust because she couldn't believe this is the room we were given. On top of that, someone punched a hole in the closet door by the kitchen, was punched by someone else. That room was nasty. And we literally sacrificed to stay there because we didn't want to move from room to room. And I am tired of these people there's only 2 maids that clean the whole building. If you look at the building, how big it is for 2 maids, and people quit. And you wonder why people quit. This is 5 minutes long and I'm just going to end it here. But if I was you, I would advise you to take down your video before it makes it worse and you incriminate yourself. Anyways, I've got stuff I got to do. I have important things I got to do. Have a good day.
So last night one of my friends sent me a video of the maid from Tophia's motel and I didn't believe it till this morning when Tophia was ranting about it. But the best thing I heard is when TophiaChu crapped on the sidewalk like Tophia take that poor lady to the bathroom, not the outside. And the most insane part is when Squitcher showed what the inside of Tophia's motel room looked like. So Tophia, you will tell people that you are clean, but you'll live like dogs.
What did she smell like? Somebody's been asking that.
What did she smell like? She smelled like death. They smelled like exactly what you would think an episode of Hoarders smells like. Okay.
Did you put his leash on?
I did. Oh, because I was going to hold him up here. And then let go. I remember you also said that she smelled like unwashed ass.
Unwashed
was one way you described
Yes,
her.
basically. That's what it did. It just smelled like oh my god, I forgot to say
Yeah, send gifts to her, guys.
So I want to talk about this because this needs to be said. There's someone that was verified. I like your content that she commented. It's not racism. and she's walking to work. So I'm going to tell you, the only time that she's seen us was 4 times. And the 4 times that she's seen us, we were in our car. We've all been in a situation where we're stuck in traffic or we're in the car. When nature calls, right? You have to go to the restroom. And we went to the thrift store, which was just newly built, to use the restroom. So she walked to work, which is okay. I'm not saying she doesn't have a right to walk to work. She walked to lunch and was filming. While she was filming, we were sitting in the car. Mind you, we cannot move because the car's not movable. We can't tow it. I even told my mom we have to move because she's going to keep harassing us. We're going to have to try to figure something out. It's expensive to tow it to where we need to tow it. Towing is expensive. Everyone knows that. Tow companies are super, super expensive. We do not have the money right now. We were trying to save. We were hoping maybe we could get someone to tow it or get a tow. We couldn't. The cops harassed us, which is why we had to tow it. So we're not there because the cops forced us to tow it. And he had to bother people early in the morning to tow it, my brother. But anyways, not that he's bothering, but you know. So, anyways. The maid walked to work, which was fine. She walked to lunch. Mind you, I had got a message before I had seen the maid or the housekeeper, because people get mad I call her maid housekeeper. I received a message from someone saying, don't let the maid film you or the housekeeper. People are telling her to film you. And I was like, okay, thank you for letting me know. So I have a right to film. It's public property. Her job is not there, mind you. Her job is right behind us. Okay, and she could walk to work if she wants to, but she was liking comments about filming me. She was literally liking and responding to comments about filming me, saying, I'm going to try to see if I can film. Why are you trying to film us if we're just sitting in our car not bothering you? Mind you, I didn't look her way. I didn't antagonize her. I didn't do anything towards her because I wasn't looking towards her way when she was walking by. I just happened to look because I'm in a car looking at things, right? I have a right to look outside. I'm in a car. There's windows. And I see her walk by and I said, that's the maid. And I said, watch, because she was liking comments about filming me. So, of course, I'm going to be on alert because you just doxed my brother's car. Mind you, she doxed my brother's car. And she says she shouldn't have done what she did by making the first initial video, but she did it anyways. So then, the 4 times that she's seen us, we were sitting in our car. So how would you know if we're using the restroom on the sidewalk if you've only seen us 4 times? And so she walked to work. She was going to lunch, I assume. Probably not, just to act like she's just going to lunch so she could film us, because that video that she filmed where she's under trees, that's the video where she was right next to us as we were in the car when she was filming. So then she walks back to work. And after that, I didn't see if she walked home. I'm not paying attention to her. I'm looking, and she just happens to be where I'm looking. So I have to pay attention because she's over here saying she's going to film me and playing victim. Like, she needed to call the police and follow the police report. Like, what? Mind you, there's people in her comment section about a whole nother dude that lived where we live that she made a video saying that it's my brother that is threatening her. But she doesn't even say, hey, guys, that's not him. So now my brother's threatening her, even though she was talking about a whole nother dude that stays there that, you know, I already made a video about that. Mind you, in Albuquerque, okay, the bus stations, right? The bus station where the public buses go used to have it open for people to go use the restroom. Homeless people started damaging it. It started getting damaged in there. They closed it off. You can no longer use the restroom. Greyhound is next door, right? You have to be getting a Greyhound bus to use the restroom. Downtown, a lot of businesses require you to be a paying customer to use the restroom. You cannot use the restroom unless you're a paying customer. So if you're downtown by bus and you really got to go to the restroom, sorry, there's no restrooms for you. And especially disabled people, like the bus station closed off the restrooms to people for them not to use it. So everywhere you look, like Tent City, right? Tent City used to be a place where I used to go walk that way. It smelled like an outhouse because people use the restroom. Of course, downtown, there's no places to use the restroom because you have to pay. Calling someone an animal and saying that they're pissing and crapping on the sidewalk, calling a human being, especially a homeless person, an animal, when we've all been in a situation that we've had to use the restroom somewhere because we needed it badly, and saying it's not racism? Mind you, I mean, if I'm a black person, of course it is racism. What was her reasoning for calling me an animal to use the excuse that we were using the restroom on the sidewalk when she only saw us 4 times? Mind you, we had been parked there for 3 days. And the day that we were parked there was a Sunday when they're closed. I believe it was the 28th, the 29th, the 30th. No, wait, the 29th, the 30th, the 31st. I believe. And the 3rd, and then the 1st. The 2nd. We might have been there 4 days, 3 days. I can't remember. But I'm a literal human being that deserves decency and respect. I'm a human being. I am homeless. I can't move in my car. You're harassing us constantly saying, oh, well, she's going to work. She has a right to go to work. But when she's liking comments saying she's trying to record us and she puts on sunglasses and a hat to try to disguise herself so we wouldn't think anything suspicious, that's not right. And I even said there was comments, and I showed my brother comments. It's a public property. We have a right to film. Her work was not there. So if you're liking comments trying to film me, that's a problem. For my safety, I'm going to film because I need the proof. And you literally admitted it in videos. She admitted it in videos. So her walking by and literally liking comments and responding to comments saying she's going to film me does not make her case any better when she keeps walking by. Mind you, she could go to work. Like, I'm going to say, yeah, she went to work, but she's trying to disguise herself with a cap and a hat to film us because she says she was. Mind you, she literally doxed what my brother's car looks like. What was the reason for that? Why is she acting like she's a victim when we just left the place? We didn't even call. Mind you, the lady that worked there said, I would allow you guys back. I would work with you, but corporate said, we can't have you here because of issues with rent. It had nothing to do with our room being dirty. Mind you, she's just trying to use that, using my situation to make money and make herself look good when that's not what the lady told us in the office. And after my brother took what he could from the room, he got all the important stuff because he had someone moving him. He didn't know how long he was going to have them for. So he had the person moving him. So he hurried up and got everything that was important that we needed and left the other stuff. And she ran real quick after that and started filming. Mind you, our stuff was sitting there for almost a day and a half, probably a whole day. And she's too busy filming TikToks and not doing her job. So I don't know. I mean, me personally, I would not call homeless people animals for using the restroom outside. Considering how Albuquerque is, it is very hard to go to the restroom unless you have a home or you're a paying customer. I can't help it, right? And like I said, I didn't use the restroom on the sidewalk when she was walking by. I don't know. I don't appreciate being called an animal, considering the fact that I'm not an animal. I'm a human being. Like, it makes you feel unhuman. And sometimes people are like, well, that's not racism. Okay. I mean, you got it. But if it was any other black person being called a gorilla, a dog, or some sort of animal, you guys would have an issue with it. But in this case, it's not racism. Even though I was just sitting in my car, I wasn't even using the restroom. You got it. Have a good day, I guess.
Shout outs to my channel members. Hello, my fellow CCs. Would you like to have exclusive perks to my channel? Such as having unique loyalty badges that show when you comment on my videos, use custom emojis that non-members cannot use, get posts from me that non-members can't see, get early access to videos that aren't out yet perfect for binge watching, get a members only shout out at the end of my videos, and recommend me video topics that I'll make for you. It may seem like a lot, but it's worth it for the low price of $2.99. What are you waiting for? This is the perfect membership for your lol cow binge watching needs. If you do or don't buy this membership, I appreciate your support nonetheless. This channel would not be running without it.